Hey everybody, Sam Kavaris in the Nimnicht Chevy video sports update. So Florida gets bounced once again in the Elite Eight, the third year in a row, but as Billy Donovan said, the other two were heartbreakers, and this one seemed over before it started as Michigan went on a 13-0 run and never really looked back and beat the Gators by 20. Florida was never in this game, and they looked tired. Their legs looked tired. They only hit one three-point shot, and I had said all year long, and you probably heard me say this, look, when Murphy hits his threes, they're unbeatable. Yeah, well, when he doesn't hit anything, they're eminently beatable by anybody, and that's one of the things that happened. And Florida didn't have a go-to guy, and Billy admitted that going into the NCAAs. They don't have a guy who says, look, give me the ball and I'll go get two. They need each other to kind of play off of each other, and that was the hallmark of this team. When they were good, they were very, very good. But when they were not good, they were beatable by a lot of people, as Ole Miss and Kentucky once, and obviously Michigan showed in the NCAA tournament. But here's the key: what happens going forward? I mean, they lose Rosario, they lose Murphy, and they lose Boynton. Well, all three of those guys are replaced by some high-powered recruits that are coming in. What happens with Pat Young? You know, what's he going to end up doing? Is he going to progress? Is he going to stay in college? Is he going to become more of an offensive force? You know, those are the kind of decisions that you kind of wait on to see exactly what happens to Florida basketball as it goes forward. They have, obviously, enough tradition now where they're getting top recruits, and they should be expected to go deep into the NCAA tournament every year. But, I mean, does Billy really want to be Jim Boeheim, who won it once in 2003 and finally is back in the Final Four 10 years later? I don't think that he's looking for that. And he's figured out how to recruit around this one-and-done rule. So it'll be interesting to see where Florida ends up. The Jaguars begin their off-season conditioning program this week, and I'm sure Gus Bailey is chomping at the bit, just trying to, become a head coach. He was very excited about the opportunity to lead what he says 80 guys in that weight room, in those classrooms, on the field. Right now, I think the Jaguars have like 52 players on their roster. They cut C.J. Mosley, so I mean, they can get 80, they can bring 90 to camp, so it'll be interesting to see how they fill out the roster with free agents, draft picks, and other people that they sign. They're looking at some defensive linemen this week who are eligible in the draft, but at least Caldwell and Bradley clearly seem to have a plan, because you don't let Greg Jones sign with a division rival if you think you're going to be competitive right away. It was pretty obvious, and that's maybe the one signing in the offseason that showed it. The Texans are trying to win the Super Bowl. The Jaguars are trying to rebuild at this point. And opening day in baseball showed up, and boy, what fun it already has been. Bryce Harper with 2 home runs, the youngest guy to hit 2 home runs on opening day. And Clayton Kershaw throws a shutout and hits his first career home run. The Suns' opening day is Thursday night, and with a lot of you. I can't wait. I'm Sam Kavaris, and that's the Nimnicht Chevy Video Sports Update.